How many? Several hundred, of diverse aspect. Do you wish to oversee the selection for the sacrifice? Harar squared his shoulders and adjusted the fall of his elegant robes. I am most eager to do so. The door's diaphanous seal opened on an immense hold packed to the bulkheads with captives taken on and in the skies above Obra Sky. Harar's entourage of personal guards and attendants moved into the hold, followed by the priest himself, perched atop a levitated cushion, one leg folded beneath him, the other dangling over the edge. Well illuminated by bioluminescent patches that rashed the walls and ceiling, the hold had been sectioned off into a score of separate inhibition fields arranged in 2 parallel rows and maintained by larger Dovan basils. Pressed shoulder to shoulder in each field stood scholars and researchers from a host of worlds, humans and others, Bothans, Bith, Quarren, and Kamasi, all jabbering at once in a welter of tongues. Harar hovered on the cushion, surveying the scene with hooded eyes. Some of the prisoners begged for mercy as Harar's cushion carried him toward the closest inhibition field, but most fell silent in stark apprehension. He regarded them indifferently, until his eyes happened on a furred humanoid from whose bulging brow emerged a pair of ringed, cone-shaped horns. Bare hands and feet were hardened by physical labor, but the creature's limpid eyes belied a deep intelligence. The humanoid wore a sleeveless sack-like garment that fell raggedly to the knees. "What species are you?" Harar asked in flawless basic. "I am Gotal." Harar indicated the sackcloth. "Your attire befits a penitent more than a scholar. Which are you?" "I am both, and I'm neither," the Gotal said with purposeful ambiguity. "I am an Hakig priest." Harar twisted spiritedly on the cushion to address his retinue. "Good fortune! We have a holy one in our midst." His gaze returned to the Gotal. "Tell me something of your religion, Hakig priest." "What interest could you have in my beliefs?" But I too am a performer of rituals." "As one priest to another, then." "We, Hakig, believe in the value of simple living," the Gotal said plainly. "Yes, but to what end? To ensure bountiful harvests? To escalate yourself? To secure a place in the afterlife?" "Virtue is its own reward." Harar adopted a puzzled look. "Your gods have said as much?" "It is simply our truth, one among many." "One among many. And what of the truth the Yuzhong Vong bring you? Aver that you recognize our gods, and I may be inclined to spare your life." The Gotal stared at him dispassionately. "Only a false god would thirst so for death and destruction." "Then it's true. You fear death." "I have no fear of a death suffered in the cause of truth, the alleviation of suffering, or the abolishment of evil." "Suffering?" Harar leaned menacingly toward him. "Let me tell you of suffering, priest. Misery is the mainstay of life. Those who accept this truth understand that death is the release from suffering. That's why we go willingly to our deaths, for we are the resigned ones." He scanned the captives and raised his voice. "We ask no more of you than we do ourselves, to repay the gods for the sacrifices they endured in creating the cosmos. We offer flesh and blood so that their work might endure." "Our God demands no tribute other than good acts," the Gotal rejoined. "Acts that raise calices," Harar said in disdain. "If this is all that is expected of you, it's no wonder your gods have abandoned you in your time of need." "We have not been abandoned. We still have the Jedi." Murmurs of fellowship moved through the throng of captives. "These Jedi are your gods?" Harar asked. The Gotal took a moment to answer. "The Jedi Knights are the trustees of peace and justice." "And this force I have heard about, how would you describe it?" The Gotal grinned faintly. "It is something you will never touch. Although if I didn't know better, I would swear..."